How did it feel hearing artists draw me for my voice? Honestly, it was kind of surreal, but it was also interesting. I was nervous in the beginning, right? Because I was like, oh, these people have never seen me before and they would see me until the end of this. So it was a whole lot. It was a little bit of weight on me because I was like, oh, how is this person going to um just transfer the tone, the words I say into a freaking picture? I just honestly couldn't wrap my head around it initially, but it was so nerve-wrackingly exciting, I would say.
I usually draw with a reference, so this was also a challenge for me. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every bit of it.
I found it really, really challenging because it was like an out of my comfort zone kind of thing.
Um, I got carried away by the conversations. At the point, I forgot to continue my drawing, but that's part of the fun that we had. But it was interesting getting to push people to think about the popular cultural dogmas. It was pretty fun.
I forgot most times because of how interesting the conversations were, but I got reminded that I was being drawn. So it was a very very exciting feeling online, and that being my first as well. What surprised me the most about the drawings was that they collectively were able to draw me, and when I mean collectively, they surprisingly enough were able to draw different eras of my life, not like different eras of my entire life, but like from like 2015 when I was an upcoming teenager to now 2025 when I'm actually a full-fledged adult, right? They actually picked out different eras unknown to me and unknown to themselves, obviously, and they drew me. So I was able to see myself from different phases in my life, which was very, very fun and exciting.
I remember asking her if she gets tanned when she goes out in the sun. So she said she does. So that helped me to get to know what skin color she might actually be.
Yes. And she mentioned she is a foodie. Let me just say that. Because the first thing a foodie would do is to when like faced with allegations about being a foodie is to deny their one. Hence the burger and chips doodles.
At the end of the day, I enjoyed the activity so much because it was a means for me to also put my skills or hobby to practice and share it with other like minds. And there's no hard feeling at the end because people know what they are coming to do.
Creating will always be the best part of it. To second that, I would say engaging the muse. I also I like the conversation that came about the conversation about gender equality. It was quite enlightening.
We talked about a whole lot of things, but let me say the particular thing that stood out to me, or the moment that stood out to me, was this conversation I had with one of the artists where we were just able to delve into the perspective of men and women and how they view things and how society makes them view things as well. It was a whole lot, right? If I even talk about that conversation, it's going to make this very, very long, but it was just quite interesting and refreshing to see or to hear. Not like I haven't seen or heard, you know, opinions like this before, but it was refreshing to hear it come in the way that it did. We talked about how men view women and how women view men, and vice versa, and how society makes them view each other. And it was quite surprising to just hear it from the perspective that the artist came from. So he added a little bit more to the opinion I had and the knowledge I had regarding that topic in general. And I think that was the moment that actually stood out to me because we were almost heated. It almost turned into a heated conversation because of how we were just trying to make sure that our opinions were heard. But yeah, overall it was fantastic.
I really love listening to podcasts, listening to people debate, listening to people speak. So at a point, I even forgot that purpose of the um the purpose of the activity was to draw the person. I was just gaining insights and learning from people and listening. So it felt like I was listening to a podcast,
I
right?
enjoyed every moment equally. So yeah, every moment was like active.
So it was fun. I would definitely recommend this to more artists because I mean the the work the work is very demanding and it's mentally draining. And I mean I know you're not a plumber, but you're still when you have to deliver for different clients and you have to come up with high quality ideas and do a lot of things like an actual cog in the machine. Once in a while, it's good to take your time out to relax, maybe draw for fun, have a conversation with other artists, um, push small agenda, they push their agendas to just play around with ideas, and it was it was a nice experience. I'd recommend it for any other artist.